Good afternoon, and very good afternoon. Welcome to VUEGRAPHY. Welcome to the show. Today's video is again going to be short and sweet. I'm just going to talk about the timeless cameras. Timeless camera means the machine which still hold their value over a period of time, based on their performance, based on their construction, based on their value, based on what they are giving you in return, which could be optical performance, which could be image quality, it could be anything. And today I'm going to share with you top 5 all-time best Nikon DSLR, or shall I say timeless cameras, uh, based on what they are. Of course, all of them are DSLRs, not the mirrorless, because mirrorless still have to prove a lot over the period of time in next coming years. I don't think so. Mirrorless, from any brand, it's enough mature, which holds this title of timeless. It's not so far. Maybe in future, but not as I'm making this video in September 2022. So what are the timeless cameras? Timeless cameras are those cameras which still perform so damn good that people do not want to sell. People are still keeping them, regardless of how old they are. And those timeless cameras, number one is D700. The output, the Nikon D700 is all about its superior image quality. That magic of D700, which still no camera, even from Nikon or any other brand, able to produce. Period. Second camera, D3 or D3S. Both are the same, except the firmware of D3S is a little bit better, so it performs one stop better ISO performance, 2 extra frames per second, 9 to 11, and that's it. Of course, D3 is not video, D3S with video 720p. But overall image quality and overall performance of D3 D3S still comes under one package or one category. So number 1 was D700, number 2 D3 D3S. Number 3 camera, which is literally timeless, and it's D850. Yes sir, everybody knows what D850 is capable of. 45 megapixel, one of the best dynamic range, the very first camera in the world which tossed the term 8K into the DSLR. Yeah, D850 was the very first camera which introduced the term 8K time-lapse movie. So if you're shooting time-lapse right from the camera, D850 can shoot 8K. Nobody knew that. So of course it's a time-lapse movie, but it's a movie and it's 8K. So the term 8K was first introduced by D850. D850 carries focus peaking, carries the battery grip, makes 4K video, and touch screen, 153 autofocus point, 9 frames per second with battery grip. Without battery grip, 7 frames per second. So it still holds its value. Why? Because the superior image quality. All these cameras which I'm going to mention in this video, they are all timeless because what the image quality they deliver in the end of the day, or what they are totally capable of, which includes the image quality. So D850, everybody knows what kind of image quality D850 does. So number 3, D850. Number 4, D500. If you are a sports action wildlife shooter and you cannot afford high-end single-digit flagship cameras, that's where D500 is going to save you with a lot of money. It's literally going to save your neck. You can just blindly go with D500 with any telephoto zoom, which I prefer 200 to 500, or you can go with 70 to 200, or you can go with 400 2.8. 200 to 400, 180 to 400 f4, 500 f4, 600 f4, 800 6.5.6 and all that. You put those big chunky glasses with D500 and you will have the time of your life. Frames 10, I'll shoot 10 frames per second, shoot up to 51,200 ISO, which expandable up to 1.6 million ISO. Of course, nobody wants to shoot at 1.6 million, but up to 40,000 ISO you can shoot easily. You can print using 40,000 ISO, and the autofocus is carry the same software autofocus algorithm which you can find in D5. So the D5 and the D500 carries the same autofocus algorithm, except the D5 has a dedicated autofocus processor. D5 doesn't. That's where the price difference comes into the play. But again, the D500 is the cheapest camera, which gives you much more pixel per square per unit area that you won't get in D5. The native resolution of D500 is equal to 45 megapixel full frame equivalent, even though it's 20.9 megapixel, but when it comes to equal number of pixel, it's nearly 45 megapixel to equal full frame. So number 4, timeless camera, which still holds its value even today, is D500. Now, what's the 5th camera? The 5th camera is from my side. I put it into the list, even though it doesn't qualify to many people, but I believe it does. The reason is, and I'll give you the reason, but let me tell you what the 5th camera is. The 5th camera is Nikon D7200. Yep, 7200. It's 24 megapixel, 6 frames a second, but its image quality, it's so crazy that at base ISO it gives you the latitude of in post-processing, the flexibility of post-processing, just like full frame cameras. The resolution gives you equivalent to 54 megapixel full frame equivalent in 24 megapixel, and you will get the flexibility of full frame editing into the D7200 raw files at lower ISO. That's why I love D7200, because it gives me that full frame feeling when I shoot at base ISO, that I can do anything. I can crop, I can shoot, and still I get clean images. I get so much flexibility with D7200, and it's a very good camera with 51 autofocus points, 2 card slots, still rocking. So these are the top 5, I think not top 5, the only 5 timeless cameras in my opinion, which you can use at any point of time to take any kind of photos, regardless if it's landscape, portrait, street photography, weddings, events, macro, photojournalism, product. These 5 cameras, if you own or any of this, you can do anything. So I'm going to wrap up this video right now. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys in future with some new content. Till then, take care. Bye.